What's up, my friends? I hope that you are well. Um, Gosh, the sun's blaring out as soon as I turn the camera on, but that's okay. Shines a little bit more light on the goofiness here, or the ugliness, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe not ugly. I don't know. To some, maybe. Who cares? I don't give a damn. Anyway, I hope that you're well. It's been a minute since I've gotten on. God, I tell you, this morning is nothing more annoying when the battery in your smoke detector starts getting low and starts chirping at 5 in the morning. God. And no matter how hard you try, I'm sure you guys have experienced this already. That one piercing beep every minute to a minute and a half. You're not going to go back to sleep. It's that one beep's what woke me up out of a deep sleep. Of course, some people are deep sleepers. Doesn't wake them up, but at me, just like that, wakes me up. Um, I don't know. Maybe my brain's always on alert. Who knows? I just gave up and said, I'm getting up. I'm not dealing with this. I got up, got some coffee, got my coffee, and got some music done. When the hardware store opened up at 8 o'clock, I went and got some 9-volt batteries. Got that done. No more chirping. I didn't realize that. I thought I'd changed that battery last year, but that battery in it lasted 2 years. That's crazy. That's the original battery. It came with the smoke detector. So anyway, I digress. That's my morning. It could be worse. I'm not complaining. But we're leaving in a week here, a week from Sunday. A little over, hair over a week. We're flying to Barcelona, Spain for another cruise. I've talked about that before. This will be pretty cool. We're going to Barcelona. I'll be there a couple of nights. And I'll be getting on the boat the 25th. We go to Malaga, Spain, and we go to Gibraltar, and then through the Strait of Gibraltar, the Canary Islands. Now, we're not really stopping at Gibraltar, but we'll see it going past through the Strait of Gibraltar. They say it's really cool. It's really beautiful. You could take an excursion from Malaga. It's about an hour ride from Malaga to Gibraltar. Don't see one on the cruise ship. There may have been one and it was sold out. I don't want to take the chance of going an unsponsored trip to Gibraltar and miss the ship coming back. Don't want to do that. We don't want to take that risk. But be it that it may, we'll see it. It'll be beautiful. It'll be cool. Going to Canary Islands, Las Palmas, and Tenerife. Tenerife. I don't know how they pronounce that, but it's close enough. If you look up the Canary Islands on YouTube, you know. Then we're going to Tangier, Morocco, and then we're going to 2 stops in Italy. So interesting places. There are people already on this ship that left Port Canaveral already heading that way. They're doing a double leg. They're doing the transatlantic to Barcelona, and then they are staying on the boat and they're heading out with us. Now I don't know how many, because there are some people doing the transatlantic and flying home from Barcelona. My thing is I don't want to just do a transatlantic and hit nothing and just hit one stop. I like to take one leg and fly over and experience it, hit some stops, and then, if we're doing a transatlantic, something that's worth it. There are some that do. I think it's cool. Speaking of, I think next year I really do. I'd love to go to Japan. I've heard it's beautiful. The people are incredible. The technology is incredible there. I really want to go experience Japan. Next year I might hit it. I know that 2 of the cruises on my checklist that I want to hit is this one and the Panama Canal. Now, there is another one that goes out of London, England I want to hit that goes to Amsterdam and France and I think Scotland and Ireland, or it may be Germany. I can't remember which one, but it's pretty cool. It goes out of London, England. That's another one I'd like to hit. I think it would be pretty cool. We shall see on that one. So Alaska's the one to Japan next year has a stop in Alaska from San Francisco. Goes out of there, and I fly home from Tokyo, Japan. That'd be a long flight, but you know something? When the ship gets to Tokyo, I intend to stay there 2 or 3 days and experience it. Why not? 3 stops in Japan, but when you're in Tokyo, that big, there's 38. I think they said there's 38 million people in Tokyo, Japan, largest city in the world. Now it says the world, but I was thinking that there was a city. I know Mexico City is considered possibly the largest city in the world by population, or there was one in India. I cannot remember. Chime in below if you know better than me. But I know they said there's somewhere around 38 million people in Tokyo. And the video I was watching was housing. It's so crammed, and people live in small spaces that go up. It's really cool. And some of the cooler. They're so innovative in Japan. You think my little house is small? It's nothing compared. But the coolest thing about it is that these houses are condensed. They're small width-wise, but they go up and down to a basement to a second story to where it's bigger than this house. But all the space is proportional to where you sleep and where you live and your kitchen and the convertible kitchen to they have partitions that partition your kitchen to a room where you have a dining area, but that becomes a living area. And just cool stuff, man. The fact that you can take an apartment, one room apartment, and convert all your space to like Murphy beds come out and living rooms to other rooms to kitchens to it's amazing what you can do. I could have done that with this house, but and the idea was to have a Murphy bed. But I'm not doing that crap. I'm not doing that at all. Don't want to do that. It's just something I don't want to do. I can always do it later, but I'm not. If anything, I'll make more room in here. I'm still thinking about building a studio in a separate building out of here, or maybe just building another house and having this as my studio. I don't know. That's a ways off. I'm not concerned with that. But anyway, I want to jump on real quick. I hope you guys are well. Don't want to make this too long, but I'm going to document this. It'll be cool. And if this is your first time watching, like and subscribe like everybody asks. Everybody say, just like, subscribe, or pass that on, or tell me to go to hell if you want to. I don't care. I would hope that you wouldn't do that, but because I wouldn't do that to you. But other than that, all is well. And I'm just one of these YouTubers that's like to turn the camera on and document my travels. I'm not one of these people who I'm getting sponsored by travel agents and giving you what they want to tell you. I'll give you the real skinny on what these places and what these cruise ships are like. And granted, I've only cruised with Carnival and since 2007. That's not to say I'm not going to cruise with other cruise lines, because eventually I will. I've talked about that. I really want to get on the largest ships in the world, the Royal Caribbean, and apparently Carnival is going to start making those mega ships too. It's going to be insane here in years to come. They can't help themselves; they have to do it. And sometimes you wonder how much bigger are these ships going to get. It's crazy. But be it that it may, we'll talk more about that later. I hope that you're well, and we'll see you guys on the next one. And I thank you for watching. Be cool.